everybody, and welcome to another painting stream here on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. I am Johnny Chiodini, and this week we're only doing another stubborn project stream, which means hopefully some of you at least have got something in front of you that you've been struggling to work on and want to get finished, so we can all encourage one another together to get stuff done. I need to introduce you, or in some cases I'm sure reintroduce you, to the Apology Bus. This is a rhino for Warhammer 40k that I started painting God knows how long ago. 400 years ago, I want to say. I haven't touched it in 18 months, I'm pretty certain. And I hate it. I don't like the way it looks. I think it looks shoddy and crap, and every time I go to work on it, I look at it and go, oh god. But today that's going to change. We're going to finish this model. What I'm going to start doing is probably edge highlighting all of these panels, which is going to be boring. And then I want to focus on these sort of crests, because they look really flat and not good right now. I'm not happy with them. I need to work out what to do with these banners. There's all these little sort of extra details that need touching up. Generally speaking, I need to just crack on with this thing. CookieCat94 says, do you know what it needs? Some non-metallic metals. No, please. Don't make me cry uncle before we've even put paint to model. Why is it called the Apology Bus? That's a good question. This belongs to the Adeptus Sororitas, which is a really fun faction. It's the faction I collect for 40k. They're nuns with guns, but they have units called Sisters. This bit's even breaking off, so I need to glue that. And they have Sisters Repentia, who are sisters who have been stripped of their armor because they've done bad things, and they are earning their armor back by going into battle and proving their dedication by taking a massive great chainsword and just swinging it around until they have basically been decreed to have done their time, and they're allowed to rejoin the army proper. Now, these are melee units, so they have no range stuff. They also aren't wearing power armor, so they're quite easy to kill. So the trick is stuff them in this. Drive it at the enemy, and then you let down the little thing, and then they don't actually fit in here, but they get out the Apology Bus, and then they're just like, sorry, and they mow everyone down, having taken no casualties. That is why it's called the Apology Bus. I have actually used this to great effect in a game of 40k, where the Repentias, excuse me, the Sisters Repentia all piled out the Apology Bus and chewed up some Adeptus Mechanicus models. It was very, very pleasing. So that's the plan for today. We're going to start off by just lightly edge highlighting all these panels to try and make it look a little bit better. And for that, I'm very excited about this. I've never used it before. I'm going to be using some Pro Acryl Ivory. I also have the much lauded Bold Titanium White, which I will be trying out for the first time on stream today. Shout out to RV Dammit, who basically, because I still haven't sorted out a PO box, marched up to me with a piece of paper listing where I needed to go and what paints I needed to buy and some money to be like, just get a white that's not shit, please. So there we go. Oh, Nubs McShouty says some sisters willing to do a tour as Repentia. I know that Celestine, the Living Saint, she was a Repentia for a while, wasn't she? Anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm working on today. What about you lot? Because obviously the idea behind the Stubborn Project stream... is there a cap on this I need to take off? Wow! There is! Look at that. It's an honest-to-goodness little cap. I don't know why that's blown my mind, but it fucking has. Do I keep this bit on? Sealed for your protection. Wink. Also had secret message on back of note. I did see that. Yes. Thank you. Quick. Do I need to put that back in? Probably not. Benny's doing homework again. Keza T is working on my Alice in Wonderland cross stitch that I've been stuck on for a while. Alison Vassabala says, do chores count? I really don't want to vacuum, but I need to. Absolutely, they work. There's a seal and a washer. Okay, so yes, I'll put the washer back on. All right. Kimberly Allen says, I believe in you, Johnny. I know you can do it. And everyone else who's working on a stubborn craft, I believe in you too. Thank you very much, Kimberly. Corvus Albright has done a super chat meanwhile saying, Johnny dearest, thank you for making this community a possibility. I was able to join... Hang on. I was able to join a Blaze in the Dark campaign after being away from TTRPGs for about 5 years. So excited to get back in. Jaeger Bomb. Thank you very much, Corvus. I'm very, very glad that that you're back into RPGs. Blaze in the Dark is also just bloody, bloody lovely. Severus Dartmoor says, I didn't know we were doing stubborn projects. Have instead been doing the heroes from Hero Quest. Lovely. So... And Thunder Cookie says, I'm continuing to knit that shawl in the hopes I'll soon be able to start up that lace project I've been foaming at the mouth to try. Delicious. Okay, so the washer's in. I think that's the right thing to do. Okay. Tom Williams is working on the vomit draft for my D&D homebrew world as our current Eberron campaign is starting to wrap up. Delightful. Corio Malayam has homework to do. Shamaria Wallace says, my stubborn project is getting myself to administer self-care. That is a worthy project. All right. Pro Acryl. Well, that's vomited a lot of paint out the top of the bottle. Have I done something wrong? It's entirely possible. Because that is a lot. Anyway, right. Here we go. Cookie Cat 94's current quest is find the broom. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We're gonna work on the apology bus, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be absolutely fine. Don't even worry about it, everyone. Shortly before this stream, actually, I was in the kitchen fermenting some chilies, or putting some chilies into a thing in order to ferment, so I can make hot sauce, which will be fun, because my Apache chili plant has been doing really well recently, and suddenly, a lot of the chilies were ready to harvest all at once. Okay, here we go. It's just straight lines, Johnny. You know how to do those using the side of a brush. It's fine. So there we go. Look, you can't really tell because of the brightness, but there's a line of cream on there. I promise you. Well, this is going to be a fun stream for you, isn't it? I hope everyone's well and you had a lovely, restful weekend. Hopefully, if you enjoy Halloween, you also got the odd spook in. I went to a party that was Wicker Man themed. It was great. And then I spent yesterday in bed. Severus Dartmoor says, we'll post a pic of what I've done on them so far to hashtag stubbornpals anyway, because YTF not? Indeed. Yeah, if you want to share what you're working on Instagram or Twitter, just put it out there with the hashtag stubbornpals. And then hopefully we'll be able to see what everyone's been up to. So the idea is that obviously, sometimes you just need an appointment to get something done. And I was kind of hoping, the idea behind this is that everyone starts encouraging one another to just crack on and get through things. I mean, if I can finish this and not have to paint it again, I'll be elated. I will then just put it in a storage box, which seems vaguely counterintuitive, but that's the plan. Trezen has done a super chat saying, without spoiling anything, was that Halloween Oxventure more chaotic than you anticipated, or a lot more? It was brilliant either way. It was about what I anticipated, to be perfectly honest with you. I felt very relaxed about that one, because I knew it was going to be chaos, whatever happened. So it kind of, in a weird way, took the pressure off me. So yeah, I felt really good about it. But it did go places I didn't expect, because of course it did. But, So, you really can't see what I'm doing in here. I've done some little lines here and on the top here. And I'll keep doing those, and hopefully eventually you'll be able to see. B Reynolds 376 says I got to make some drinks for my friends again at a party. Had been a while since I got to do that. Yes, please. Kimberly Allen says this is the first time I've had a porch, so I had my first ever trick-or-treater last night. Delightful. I had oh no, Kezati says sigh. It's going well with a knot in my thread. That's not good. I had 0 trick-or-treaters last night and it was great. Itilossi99 says, what were the stats like for the thing that Luke summoned out of nowhere? Do try and avoid spoilers if you can, because obviously not everyone will have seen the Oxventure that was posted yesterday. I can't remember what I pulled up, but I pulled up something from D&D Beyond and just ran with that, because obviously I had to think on my feet. But it was pretty hardcore anyway. Although obviously they put in a good showing as per usual. There we go. All right, that's okay. Ooh. Yeah, painting rhinos is boring, turns out. Nick Jeffrey has done a super chat saying, hi Johnny, do you know when the other recent live Ox Ventures will be showing up? Sod's Law, that the one they showed yesterday was the one I attended. I don't know, but it shouldn't be long, is the short answer. It's up to them, obviously. It's, you know, their channel, but it shouldn't be long, I think. I'm sure they will let you know when they are going up. And good they are too. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, obviously, we're going to be doing another live adventure in MCM Comic Con in Birmingham, which will be good. Googie Gat 94 has found the broom. Yes, please. Congratulations. But yeah, another live Ox Venture is coming up, so you know. Obviously, the team's aware that there is a backlog, so they'll be going up soonish. And you should all be able to enjoy them at your leisure. Wick Kid says, are you still enjoying Inscription, Johnny? I know I am. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm not going to say anything, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but oh my goodness, I'm having such a good time with that game. It's flipping excellent. Yeah, you can sort of see that I'm doing things, so that's nice. It is helping, in fairness, the highlighting on the Rhino panels, and I have to say, so far this paint, this Pro Acryl, is going on a treat. It is very smooth, very good brush control. They said, doing a line they weren't entirely satisfied with. Okay, yeah, that'll do as well. Good. Itilosi99 says, I recently bought the poster for Ox Venture in the Dark, and I love it. What was your favourite moment you had playing Casimir? Casting Moonbeam that one time. I think the whole entirety of the race with Barney was a really highlight session for me. I've enjoyed all of them, to be honest, but that one was just such a giggle. Because obviously Casimir's quite grumpy, and at the start makes no bones about the fact he doesn't think the others are any good. So it was nice to have excuses to start liking them, and really sort of take those and run with it. So that was a feel-good one. But also, because I love Blaze in the Dark, those moments where something's happened and I've gone, oh, fuck. Like, when we met the Dimmer Sisters, it scared the shit out of me, Johnny. And it was nice to be able to sell that a little bit as Casimir, because obviously he's been around the block in Volosport. So it was a nice moment of being able to have the same reaction in character that I was having in person. It was nice. Grumble says, afternoon everybody. Johnny, I made Hasselback potatoes for the first time this weekend and they were wonderful. Thank you for bringing them to my attention. You are more than welcome. They're bloody brilliant. Hasselback potato, because I see Thunder Cookie is asking, is you take a potato and you do lots of tiny cuts, like 1 millimeter thick or 1 millimeter spaced cuts across a potato. You can get 2 wooden spoons and put the potato in the middle so the blade doesn't cut all the way through. But anyway, you make lots of little teeny tiny cuts, and then when you roast them, they just go delicious, basically. Iffy has done a super chat saying, had the hardest gym session so far, so this is going to be a lovely relaxing watch stream time while I give my muscles a break. I am very glad to very glad to provide that service for you. And well done on smashing it at the gym. It sounds like you gave yourself a really, really good workout. So, you rest up. Did you warm down? Do you need to stretch? Are you adequately hydrated? Either way, well done. Oh yeah, I was going to put some music on in my ears. Just double check that my desktop audio is not live. It isn't. Good. Mark Cowan says, did you take the ring pull off that can? Yes, I bloody well did. Not doing that again. Yeah, that hurt a lot when the ring pull decided to help itself to a bit of my moustache, so I shan't be repeating that if I can manage. Corey Amalayam has done a super chat saying, I ran a Blaze in the Dark game where the crew could just not roll well. Literally, the only reason one of them didn't die was because the NPC was intentionally trying not to kill them. Bloody hell. Well, that's a good contingency plan, at least, that you didn't actually have to ice anyone. Tony Doke has done a super chat saying, hey Johnny, any idea if/when any more Blaze in the Dark will be available? Yes, we're going to go back to filming next year. So hold on for that, basically. It's just been a bit of a busy year for everyone, basically. Itilosi99 has done another super chat saying, what was your favourite callback to the Oxventure in Blaze in the Dark? Mine had to be Lilith in the train yard. Not a direct callback, but such a cool moment. The train yard was very good fun. What was my favourite callback? Gosh. The braces was really good, actually. Knowing that that's what that was. Because obviously the braces came up when Luke was running the Oxventure as that sort of one-off. And it was just nice to see him sort of take control of that on both sides of the time equation. What else is there? Because Luke and I sort of ended up hobnobbing about stuff quite a lot and sort of deciding where the crossover was, but I can't quite remember. It was nice mentioning Volisport, but the other way round, like in the Oxventure that one time. That was good. It's just nice to have it feels like I can post things to Luke in the future. As weird as that sounds. It's nice. Benny says, I love the hot air balloon race so much. It was just a good one. Everyone was on fine form. Some of Luke's voices are absolutely hilarious, and they're kind of like, oh, it was stuffy, but I've got a cold and I'm posh. Lovely Crimes was so good. It made me really happy. All right, we're making progress. I was hoping that these edge highlights would make it stand out a bit more than it actually has, which means I either need to make them bigger, which I don't love, or I need to go back over them later with white rather than ivory. Either way, I think at the end of this stream, my goal is to be able to call this model done. It may not be perfect, but it will be done. And that, after so long, will be good enough for me. Itilosi99 has done another super chat. You really don't need to super chat everything if you don't want to, but what do you think is your biggest difference between yours and Luke's DM/GM styles? Sorry for grilling you. No, don't apologise. What is the biggest difference? I think Luke is more willing to suggest good ideas. Like, you know, if people be like, do you think it's possible that I could do X, Y, or Z? Luke will often be like, yeah, I think that's possible. I mean, you know, let's say I think it's reasonable that you would have this, for example, or yeah, you've probably got contacts in this area that blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm always happy to facilitate nonsense ideas, but I do wait for them to come to me with them. I don't think there's any particular rhyme or reason behind that difference. I think it's just how we both sort of approach the same thing, same sort of puzzle, really. That would be my answer. If he says on one hand the gym is almost 2 miles away, so it takes work to get to, it takes a while to get to, but on the other hand it gives me a good warm up and cool down. Okay, that does sound good. I used to have a gym right around the corner from where I used to work at GameSpot. So I used to go and I used to, you know, run on the treadmill, do some rowing, do some cycling, etc., etc. But I lived 6.5 miles away, so I then get on my bike and cycle all the way home. More than once I had to get off my bike because I was retching, so I thought I'd overexerted myself. Well, I had. But that was fun. Those heady days of yore. Okay, yeah, this is kind of working. You can sort of see the lines there. It does look a lot crisper actually. That's what I wanted. I was just kind of annoyed that this felt so indistinct, so that's good. Matt Willis says, "Afternoon, Johnny. Late arriving. Sorry. Hope your weekend was okay." You do not have to say sorry. I'm glad you are here whenever you arrive. There is no such thing as being late to one of my streams. I think the moment somebody starts expecting an apology for somebody like coming in after a stream has started is a moment they don't deserve to have anyone fucking watching them anymore. So there. Tom Titherington has done a super chat saying, "Hey, I'm going through some hard times at the moment and doing some CBT to help out. Here's some love to everyone who needs it." That's really kind, Tom. Thank you for super chatting when you're not feeling great. I'm sorry to hear you're going through a shitter. And do persevere with the CBT if you can. It's not for everyone, but I personally found it very useful when I was sort of after I was first diagnosed with depression. I was really going through it. So yeah, best of luck. Lots of love to you. I hope everything comes out all right because that sounds pretty rough, buddy. Bob has done a super chat saying, I'll have to head back to the salt mine soon, dropping by to say hi. Hello, Bob. Thank you for the super chat and for the hello. I hope the salt mines are treating you well. And that you're managing to rest up when you get the chance. Ooh. So many lines on a rhino. Fucking hell. The thought of painting up another one of these, or pretty much any other 40k vehicle, makes me feel vaguely ill. So, let's have a little update from everyone. How are your stubborn projects coming on? If indeed you are working on one. That's a bad brush stroke there. Well done, Johnny. Silver Sword EN says, dropping by to say hi for as long as my lunch break lasts. Got my hobby project waiting on my desk when I get home. Brackets terrain. Good luck to you all. Thank you very much, Silver Sword, and good luck to you with your terrain when you eventually manage to get home and crack on with it. I struggle with terrain quite badly. I find it quite dull. I'm trying to learn to love it because well-made and well-painted terrain is such a joy to play with. But so far, I've yet to do loads. I've done like Warcry terrain and stuff, but Lee Prefrock says, gave myself permission to say good enough on a human Blood Bowl team. Who needs highlights? Well, exactly. I did that the other day with some Skaven models. I was like, you know what? I've worked on these a bit more. They're done now. They're good enough. And it was liberating. Liberating, I tell you. Lucy says, I'm hesitating, honestly. Should I go for a run? Brackets haven't run in 3 weeks. Or finally finish the skirt I made last year? Entirely up to you, really. Like, what would be... I mean, both will have a good payoff if you can make it work. But whichever one calls to you most strongly at the minute, you know? Because if you force yourself to do one over the other, then you'll just have a harder time doing it at all. Maybe flip a coin. I find that often helps me realise what I want to do. Because if I flip it and it's not the answer I want, then clearly I did have something in mind. I did have a preference, and I should go with that, you know? Bloody rhino, seriously. The last Stubborn Project stream, I was just doing clan rats because I find them easy and delightful. It's just that I've been lazy over them, but this is not torturous, I'll tell you that much. Tony Doker's done another super chat saying, of all the Oxbox crew, who do you think would be most willing to join you for a video of Blood Bowl? That's a good question. Maybe Luke. I don't know, because I can see Andy being drawn to the chaotic element of it as well. Like, there's strategy, but a lot of it just rests on a dice roll, which is a good giggle. Like, it's such an amusing game. Incidentally, I'm really excited about Dungeon Bowl coming back from the Warhammer Day sort of video preview stream they did. And the new Warcry looks amazing. So, talking of terrain, I'm going to be painting that stuff up once it hits shelves. So that'll be fun-ish. But yeah, Blood Bowl, I reckon if I was going to try and crack one of them, it would be Luke. Lucy says, thanks for the advice, taking a deep breath, I think running would feel better. Well then. Obviously, you know, it's been 3 weeks, so don't push yourself mega hard, but a little run sounds pretty good. As long as the weather holds. When I walked the dog earlier, and it was like beautiful blue skies when we all stepped out, and then suddenly it was bombing it down. Sucked. Copper Socks has done a super chat saying, currently working on a uni assignment in which I'm designing a UI for a game. Thank you, Johnny and chat, for making this feel a bit less like hell, lol. Glad we could help. That's what we're here for. You know, I've been complaining about how this is less fun to do than a bunch of Skaven models, but that's because it's more in keeping with the spirit of Stubborn Project stream. It's something that I just wouldn't bring myself to work on otherwise. So here we are, and you know what? It's actually going pretty well. All of this edge highlighting is deathly boring, but it is also kind of satisfying. It's easy to get crisp lines like this when you're working with flat edges. Just use the side of your brush, and I'll feel very good when it's done. Maybe I'll even play another game of 40k, because it's been ages since my last one. We'll see anyway. Oh, I forgot to say, the friends I painted the Anderson Wink sisters for, they got them in the post and they were delighted, which was very nice. Felt good to just send some people some models completely by random in the post, or at random in the post rather. by surprise at random. Oi. That's a strong highlight there. Pare that back and build up that line. Very good. Yeah, I'm going to go over the corners of this model again in white, I think, later on to really boost up the edge highlights. That'll be fun, won't it? Ooh, Mark Cohen ordered the Kill Team Nuns and Anime box at the weekend. I can't wait. They are tempting, but as much as I love those Sororitas models, I cannot get into another boxed game from Games Workshop. Just no. Sega Genesis has done another has done a super chat saying, if you aren't having fun, we could just play Hades. Don't tempt me. Get behind me, Satan. I must finish this tank. Because otherwise, you know when like ghosts have unfinished business? This is blatantly what mine will be. And I'll be forced to haunt the earth until I can daub paint on enough of this rhino to allow me to be released. And that, for a ghost, as I understand it, is quite difficult. Emma Harris has done a super chat. They're absolutely flying in today. Saying, hi, Johnny, going for a NEOP tomorrow and won't be able to bear weight for 6 weeks. Feeling very nervous, but I'm starting a monster 136,000 stitch cross stitch to keep me busy. Wish me luck. Emma, I don't know which one to wish you luck for first, the surgery or the cross stitch. Those are both pretty significant undertakings, and I hope both of them go well. I hope the surgery proceeds extremely smoothly. And that your recovery is swift and uncomplicated, and that you have a bloody excellent time with the cross stitch, because that is a lot to there's a lot of stitches, to be perfectly honest with you. But good for you. Emma Blass has done a super chat saying, my friend who I introduced to the Oxventure and I finished the backlog before Apocalypse and last week for our first new to us both episode. That's amazing. That's a lot to catch up on. Thank you for spreading the good word about the Oxventure. It's I can't believe how long it's been running now, to be honest with you. Like, not in like an I can't believe it's still going kind of way, but in like a wow, we've been at this for ages sort of way. It's very rewarding, but yeah, it's sometimes I almost feel like I get vertigo with how long it's been going. It's like, wow, we really have been at this for almost half a decade now. JT says, the walls in my SketchUp model were rotated less than 1/10 of a degree. Fixed now. Super chat in celebratory frustration. That sounds like one of those problems that you don't notice for ages and then fix and feel incredibly relieved about. I confess I don't know very much at all about SketchUp, but that sounds like that kind of thing. I have it a lot with video editing and editing software. Particularly if stuff is like randomly out of sync. Like when I was editing together the Life is Strange True Colors episodes, for some reason, my Elgato, which is meant to have completely zero latency pass-through, it wasn't having lag when I played it, but when OBS recorded it, the video, like my video and audio, and the game's video and audio were an entire second out. So when I noticed it, I had to work out exactly how long the interval was, and then I had to resync the video files, and it was very annoying, but incredibly satisfying when I caught it. Because it was like, oh, I could have just let that go unnoticed for ages, but I sort of noticed in the edit because I kept cutting off the lines ever so slightly when people were speaking, which I try not to do, obviously. So yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, congratulations, JT. That is a big relief. Bloody hell, they're absolutely flying in. Trezen has done a super chat saying, I'm awaiting delivery of a game I backed almost 3 years ago, which has over 140 minis in it, all of which will stay unpainted due to my unsteady hands. Fair play, 140 is a massive undertaking, especially for just the one board game. So unsteady hands or no, I salute your decision and do not blame you in the slightest. Meanwhile, Iffy has done a super sticker of a pear, a giant I assume it's a giant pear. It could just be a normal pear-sized pear, but it's a pear that I assume is massive. It's got arms and legs, and it appears to be wearing shoes. It is definitely wearing a pair of sunglasses and a sports headband with a red stripe. In the middle of it, there is a text above the head of this this pear that says, "Hey, you," and the pear seems to be trying to embody this sentiment by turning its back on us and then taking its glasses down and putting up its thumb like, "Hey, you." It's glorious, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Effie. Sarah Buck says, finish row 9, only 11 more to go. Yay. Nice one. Nubs McShouty says, I am glad Inktober is done, survived another year. Inktober seems to be such a huge undertaking, kind of like when people do NaNoWriMo, it's like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to try and tackle this year. So hats off to you for getting it done. I don't know if you follow the comic False Knees, but they did something called Falsetober, where every day it was a new page of a comic about two crows going for a walk, and it was amazing. Like, it made my whole month. It was such a treat to see every day. So, can thoroughly recommend that. Corio Malam says, I want to do Nano, but I just don't have time. Yeah, I'm not doing NaNoWriMo, but I am going to try and write something, or do a bit of writing every day this month. Because I found I just don't find the time to write just for me. And I love writing, and I'd like to try and sort of find that space, and find that time, rather, this month. So I haven't written today, but after this, I'm going to give it a bash. Hopefully I won't be too tired, because it would be nice to do. I don't want to fail at the very first hurdle. Will says, I am technically doing Movember. Go on. Chaos says, I would do NaNoWriMo, but I'm terrified I'll end up with something worthy of Giles Corran. Only if you don't understand fundamentally how a penis works. Okay. Because, wow, I think genuinely, I think it would be hard-pressed. You'd be hard-pressed to top that bit from Giles Corran's novel. I saw a friend on Twitter sort of doing a breakdown, just underlining bits that make no sense, and just being like, how many arms and hands does this woman have? It is baffling. Leah Proofrock has done a super sticker. This super sticker is of an anthropomorphized lemon. The lemon is playing a trumpet, and as it plays the trumpet, small, colourful motes kind of out of it. It appears to be marching in a marching band, because it is kind of swinging one leg up and then the other. It has its eyes closed in blissful rapture as it marches and trumpets, which you might think is quite dangerous, but it's doing it anyway. It is accompanied on this journey by a small lime. We assume it's a lime, based on previous studies, that is playing a smaller trumpet appropriate to its size, and as it plays it, colourful motes kind of doot out of the front. It too has its eyes closed as it sort of marches on down, enjoying playing some music, which is just bloody lovely. I think we can all agree. Bristolian Stag Beetle, I have seen your question about the Oxventure, but I'm going to refrain from answering it solely because the adventure only went up yesterday, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who might not have seen it, because, you know, I can't reasonably expect everyone to watch every Oxventure the second it goes up. But I will doubtless be talking about this one for a while, so I will be able to give everyone the full skinny in the fullness of time, fully. So hang in there. I hope Bristol is treating you well, and that you have found plenty of interesting things for you, a stag beetle, to eat. Chaos says, I'm going to go take the dog for a walk. If I'm not back, assume my dodgy knee has given out. Right you are. In that instance, do we send a search party, or do we just say, I guess that's what a dodgy knee gets you? Because I don't want to bother you if you don't plan on being rescued, but... If he says this purple yarn is a very nice colour. I like purple, it's one of my favourites. I don't wear it very often, but I do enjoy it. Will says, I'm going to head out and break the knee of someone walking a dog. Talk later. Have fun. May your aim be true. I mean, thank God I've already walked the dog today. Because my knee gives me enough trouble, thank you, without it being forcibly broken by Will. Although, to be honest, Will, you're so tall and my legs are so short that I think you would honestly struggle to reach and get my knee before I sort of figured what was up and tried to run. That's just a supposition. We don't have to test this theory, but that's my thoughts on the matter anyway. Just did a bit of casual blending around here by painting and then wiping it with my finger, but hopefully you can see I've tried to sort of highlight the edges of this fleur-de-lis. I'm also gonna get right in there, do the same thing. Muttering to myself in a slightly sinister fashion now, aren't I? It's good times. Will says you massively misunderestimate how low I am willing to sink. Okay, good to know. I'll buy an armoured knee brace. Cookie94 is on Super Chat saying, so far in one chair wheel I have found 2 sewing needles, a lot of yarn and 1 toy mouse. Just 5 more to go. Wow, how big are these chair wheels? Right, so I've kind of done the outline on the fleur-de-lis. I don't know what to do about... because you can sort of see in the middle of this thing, and I will be going over the red later, but it's kind of mottled, and I don't know what to do about that, whether to just paint it ivory now, or whether to try and do something a bit more fun with it. I guess I can just try and paint it ivory now, and if I don't like it, I'll change it. But these are the kinds of details that have left me really wondering what to do about this model. Yes, this seems to be working. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Fine, fine, fine. Thank you, everyone. Your input, as ever, was very valuable. Will says you absolutely want to blend an orange glow from the edges in. Do you mean on the red bits or in the little white bezel? So it looks like... No, I don't like it. Yeah, I'm going to glaze some orange in there on that fleur. Yeah, we'll give it a go, won't we? Why not? Yeah, no, that looks okay. I think once we've layered up the red a bit more, it's going to look less weird. Whale Puck says the curtain's cut, the pins are in. Let's sew a mere 140 centimeters. Get it done. I'm glad that you have brought such a... I mean, it's not... To be honest, when I was like, Stubborn Project stream, if I'd had to kind of family fortune style name all of the things I thought people would bring, curtains was not up there, but I'm bloody glad. It's one of the more fun and interesting ones we've had, I think. Oopsie. Oofed. Good Luck or a Quick Death has done a super chat saying nothing, but just very kindly dropping some money in. Thank you very much, Good Luck or a Quick Death. I hope you are well. Oh goodness, Aoife Byrne, meanwhile, has done the sticker. It's, you remember earlier, I mentioned an anthropomorphized pear, which I assumed to be vast in size. But, without another point of reference, it's hard to say for sure. Well, the same pear is back. It is kind of reclining like this, with its sports headband on. No sunglasses this time, but it's kind of like rotund. Bottom half is kind of just sort of bulging out pleasingly, and it is occasionally raising an arm and waving as if to say, "How's it going? How's it going?" And that is what the pair is up to right now. So there you go. Lucy says, I'm taking you all on the warm-up walk to the riverbank, and then I'll switch to Zombies Run. Yes, please. I hope you have a fantastic run. And may I say, on behalf of everyone watching, we're glad that we could be here as you walk to the riverbank. And honestly, if it came to zombies suddenly showing up, I'd leave me behind as well. That's just good sense. Oopsie. That's a bit clumsy. Actually, wiping it off was worse. Kind of doing the hatch here on the swivel gun. B. Reynolds says of the pair, it's in the paint me like one of your French girls pose. It really is, in fairness. Nearly an hour in. Bloody hell, that went fast. Feels like I've done nothing on this thing. But I swear, by the end of this stream, I will be finished with the apology bus. Aoife Byrne has done another super chat saying, 2 weeks into my new job and I'm still loving it. Love to you and all the Skellies. I am extremely glad that you're still enjoying your job. That is a good sign. I find, sort of, generally speaking, 2 weeks is long enough for something to sort of happen that makes you kind of go, oh, and realise that, it's not all going to be great. But if you're still absolutely having a great time after 2 weeks, then that's brilliant. Well done. Oh, okay. Ooh, I think what's bothering me about this is that I have quite an untidy painting style, generally speaking, but this model requires really crisp highlights in order for it to stand out, because it is a really lovely sculpt, but I think what was bothering me about my paint job before was that it just sort of looked like a box. But if you really properly do a job on the highlights, it can look brilliant. Like, okay, that's not that tidy, but that line is standing out. That black line is standing out so much better than it was before. Satisfying. CookieCat94 says one of these streams will get you to do non-metallic metals. Oosh. Oof. I mean, I'd like to try them at some point. A friend did some beautiful non-metallic metal recently, actually. It was really, really nice. But I'm in no real rush right now. I think because, to be honest, a lot of the... I'm not really painting with metallics much at the minute either. So when there's stuff that feasibly could be metal, I'm enjoying just doing it another colour like it's been enamelled. I'm working on building those colours up, but I'm intrigued anyway. Benny42 says, damn it, this Spanish homework can punch back. Fatal. I would offer to help, but I haven't studied Spanish since 2005. So it's probably best I not, really. Oof. Forgive me for going quiet there, but I was trying to be neat. Titan Rainer says, have they changed Spanish that much? Well, no. It's just that I won't remember very much of it. I got a B at AS level and that'll do. Okay, that bit's fine. Do I want to do that bit? Yeah, probably. Oh, God. Nope. Tricky. Tricky. I got a B at AS level. Titan Uranus. CookieCat94. CookieCat94 has done a super chat saying, my 4-year-old niece has been learning Spanish, but she still can't say the word for please, which I think is por favor. That was good. I've never heard that one before, but I liked it. Whoopsie. Don't get sloppy, Johnny. They said, making the exact same mistake. CookieCat94 says, I have no tank jokes that aren't questionable. 2 goldfish are in a tank. One says to the other, who's driving? It's the only one I know. There's just so much more of this fucking tank. There's so much of it. A little bit me was like, maybe if I finish the tank early, I can work on something else in this stream. Don't think I'll manage. Come on, Johnny. That was bad. Slightly better. But hey, this is kind of what the Stubborn Project streams are about, aren't they? Sometimes you're having a really easy time and you're laughing. Sometimes it's horrible and you want to throw the whole thing in a bucket of acetone so it melts. Defect says you will tank yourself later when all is done. Very, very good. Jack Wood says we've got a bottle of mess in the house and the temptation to strip a load of my Nighthaunt models is real. Yeah, I feel you on that one. I got rid of my Nighthaunt in the end. They were just pissing me off. So I said, that'll do. And I sold them. Although if you're talking about stripping them for the joy of painting them again, then, Jack, I do not understand. Because I found them to be horrible. Will says you were haunted by them. Yes. Fine, yes. Bye, love you.
Bye, love you.
That wasn't an abrupt sign off to the stream. Grumble says, all right, that's it. I'm getting up to fetch the wool. Yay! Come on, Grumble. Yeah, don't worry. That was not an abrupt sign off. I didn't mean to alarm you. Did Watson respond? Well, she's not... Watson's not left the house as far as I'm aware. Watson! Come here. Hi. Hello, little pig. You going to come up? You want to say hi? Come on, up here. No, she's away. Does not want to come up. It's such a good piece to have on the board. Tactically, it's great. Because having a full squad of Repentia Sisters barrel into the enemy instead of just a few is invaluable. But I fucking hate this thing. The only thing I dread painting more than this, I'm not even sure if I do dread painting it more, is that massive Kharadron Overlord ship I have. It's probably a toss-up between the two of them. At least this one's almost done, whereas the other ship is I've barely even begun. Kezati says this stream is really helpful. I'm finding it hard though. We can do it together. We can do it together. This is not easy, but we're getting there. Silver Sword EN says lunch breaks over, back to the grind. Looking forward to seeing how you've got on when I watch the rest of the stream back tonight. See you all later. Take care, Silver Sword. I hope the rest of work passes smoothly and swiftly. And when you're back here in the future, hello again. Mr. Tom for the win is in the chat. Says nice tank. Thanks, Mr. Tom for the win. How are you doing? I hope you are very well. And that you had a fine Halloween period. At least someone thinks it's a nice tank. I hate this thing. I hate it. We're getting there. Like, I'm pretty sure this sort of side I'm happy with. I want to come back and revisit some bits of the main body, I think. But we are getting there. Which, given we're just over an hour in, isn't terrible, actually. So maybe it's all going to be okay in the end. It does look a lot better, in fairness. Hannah Axelson has done a super chat saying, once got sick in a small hotel in Madrid, but they had a doctor on staff who could help. It was surprising. No one expects a Spanish in physician. Hannah. That was... I smelled a rat. I was like, this isn't going to end well. But I decided not to read ahead and just take it at face value. And, well, it didn't disappoint. But it didn't make me proud either. Mancoy quite rightly says, Scandinavian! Yep. Never going to live that one down, am I? Brush, brush, brush. Brush the things. I should just give it up and make Scandinavian merch. I mean, actually, I'm off the top of my head, I'm really sorry. I can't remember the artist who made the sort of chibi version of me with the Scandinavian jumper, but I love the design. Like, Yankee Kilo says, whatever happened to that Dwarven Zeppelin engine thing? Did Johnny get it finished? Oh god, no. Decidedly not. It's on the shelf over there. I base coated it, and I covered it in shade, and now it needs a lot more painting to make it look less shit, is the word I'd use. Aiden Folk says, was that chubby or chibi? Chibi. Wasn't chubby. Am I slurring today? It seems like a lot of people are having difficulty understanding me. I have had that much of a beer, so... Fingers crossed. I am not. Kezati says, another one for the Stubborn Project stream? Oh yeah, that's a future one, alright. What else would I do? At the minute, I'm gluing together an old school Blood Bowl Khemri team, like Tomb Kings. And they're old school skeleton sculpts from 20 years ago. And oh my god, they're a pain. To the point where, like, the first time I sat down with them, I glued together all of the legs and rib cages, and then I was done for the day. Next day, I sat down and did all of the right arms. Day after that, I did all the left arms, and I'm taking a break because, oh my god, it's so irritating. They fall apart like that. B Reynolds 376 says, see, I would be really excited to paint a Zeppelin thing. I really like vehicles more than creatures. I tend to prefer creatures more than vehicles, but it's also just the sheer size of that thing. And I've done I've done a Carriage and Overlord ship before. Annoyingly, it's in a colour scheme I no longer want to use, so I need to strip it and redo it at some point. But yeah, it's going to be annoying. Jack Wood says, are they the limited run metal ones? Yes, they are. You can see them in here. So yeah, the made to order ones, just they look so much fun. I was like, you know what, sod it, why not? Because I was like, if I don't do this, then I try and pick them up later from eBay. I'm going to be paying through the nose. So I thought, fuck it, why not? Even though they only give you 2 mummy throwers, or mummies rather, 2 mummies in the box. So I bought 2, and I'm shifting the spare skeletons off to a mate. Revolver Rock says, Skelly pals! Hello, Revolver Rock. I hope you're very well. Okay, let's see. There you go. Titan Uranus says, no daddies. Maybe the throwers and catchers. Maybe they count. Not sure. At first I thought you were talking about the sauce. I told him I ain't eating that without daddy's sauce in it, so you can go fuck yourself. Behave. I'm definitely getting lazy. I shouldn't be doing that. That'll do. Jack Wood says, come on, you Spurs! Jack knows what's up. So yeah, anyway, if I weren't apology bus painting right now, I'd probably be gluing those skeletons together or painting the giant carriage and ship. Which I ought to do because it was part of my leaving present from Dicebreaker and it'd be nice to send pictures. Because I certainly haven't sent them pictures of me drinking the nice whiskey they got me. Although it is delicious. Okay. What's in? Might as well come into the room, sweetheart. She's just by the door, wondering if my wife's going to come back. She is expected to. She's not left me. As far as I know, anyway. Ooh, okay. Yeah. All right. Quite pleased with that bit. To the extent I'm going to go back and do the other bits. JT says, right, first phase done, 5-minute break. Yes. Jack Stinton says, Johnny, are you a Spurs fan? Loving the stream today. So happy to be able to catch it today. Normally a VOD member. I'm not a Spurs fan. Although I have been tempted because they just, they seem interesting to follow. I'll say that much. No, it's a reference to an old sketch from a sketch show called Big Train, in which they send up Hitchcock's The Birds, but it's the working class. So it's a woman sat on a bench having a cigarette, and then there's just like a working class man in overalls being like, hello love, behave, on a climbing frame. She looks away, and then suddenly there are more of them. And they keep saying things like behave, hello love. But one of them repeatedly goes, come on, you Spurs! And it's very funny. But there's also one that says, and I told him I ain't eating that without daddy's sauce, so you can go fuck yourself. This makes me giggle. It was an excellent sketch show, including, among others, Simon Pegg. Well worth it. So if you look up Big Train, the Working Class on YouTube, you'll find it. And it is great. It's something I used to reference a lot as well when I was working at Eurogamer on Video with Aoife. Especially during our Bloodborne playthrough, because there were crows in that. Copper Sock says, going to take a break from the assignment to do some traditional art. Anyone got suggestions? Titan Uranus says, so people calling Johnny a Spurs fan is just casting aspersions? We did once get, by a lovely man called Connor, given a Spurs shirt which said, come on you Spurs on the back, which I thought was the funniest thing. I think it's still in the Eurogamer office. We got given it at an EGX and I put it on. It was very funny. Oh, Alyssa says, a sad no one wants to be a Spurs fan came from the other side of the room. Oh, I'm sorry. So a friend is a Spurs fan, and sometimes I'll go watch the game with him, and then I'll be like, I'll be effectively cheering Spurs on. So I want my friend to be happy, so I do want them to win. And that Harry Kane's good, isn't he? Welcome to Sports Hour with me, Johnny. We're getting there on this. Slowly but surely. Now that I've sort of done some edge highlighting here, this banner doesn't feel like it sticks out so much, which is nice, because it was bothering me before. Hayden Folk says, oh hell, it's 5 PM and dark. Yeah, it's happened. How about that? It is ludicrous. I mean, autumn and winter are my favourite seasons. But I just think we should abandon daylight savings. Really? Like, we should just make British summertime just British time. Because it affects so many people negatively, and the benefits just aren't really relevant anymore. It's not about candles or well, I mean, I guess for farmers it can be useful, but Cheerful Spider has done a super sticker of a Shiba Inu. The Shiba Inu was wearing a headband, which is white with a red sun in the middle, I think to denote the nation of Japan. And the Shiba Inu is throwing little punches, which is very nice. Actually, that's pretty good. I never noticed that. The Science Boy says, it is still going to get dark, man. That's very true, owing to the rotation of the Earth as it orbits the Sun. But that's not really what we're talking about here. Cheerful Spider's Shiba Inu is actually, if we're talking about Shotokan Karate, its technique is actually pretty good. Because it's as it punches, it chambers the other fist, and as it sends it out, it's upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down, bang, and it twists at the end in order to punch. So it's giving it one of these. Like, and it's pretty good. David says, but what about all the 18th century farmers that need the light? I imagine they do need the light, David, because they're all fucking dead, and it's dark underground. Anonymous says, Titan Uranus says, although the stance is a bit iffy. In fairness, Titan Uranus, that's a dog. So, yeah, its back foot is properly turned out, isn't it? It's not a great front stance, but anyway. Mancoy says, now you're self-employed, you could always refuse to participate and just continue running as if nothing changed. It doesn't really change my melon that much, really. But, Why did I say that? Oh, I said that because Rob Cunningham said it always twists my mind. It doesn't bother me that much, the daylight savings change. It's more that I feel for my friends who are affected by it. But to be honest, I do set my own hours anyway. So the only thing is, if I am doing something, say like like when I was working contracted hours, walking the dog after work was just not an option. I had to go during lunch. Whereas sometimes it was nice to have the option to be like, I'm really busy right now, but I'll walk at the end of the day, yada, yada, yada. Ugh. Sarah Burke says, this scarf doesn't spark joy. It is actually quite annoying right now. It's half done though, so it's too far along to unravel and ignore. Difficult. Thunder Cookie says, maybe you need to remind yourself what you like about it. Could be that. It's oh god, words are fucking difficult, aren't they? That might help. I don't know. It sucks when something has properly killed your buzz for it. But I mean, hopefully you'll feel satisfied by making progress today. With any luck. Okay, right, let's do that. CookieCat94 says, fold it in half, join the sides, and knit a quick handle to turn it into a bag. I mean, it could work. And I would say, if you're really not enjoying it, is it really too far to unravel? Like, if the yarn will still be good. If you are just properly fucking done with it, why not? Why not just, rather than pushing on through like another half of the whole project, just reclaim what's rightfully yours. Sarah Buck says, the yarn is wonderful. It will be lovely when it's done. Right now it sucks. Okay, right, Sarah, forget everything I said about just unraveling it. Push on. We can do this. I hate this tank. But as soon as it's stuffed with nuns with chainswords ready to hack their opponents to bits, it'll all be worth it. And I imagine the same will be when you step out with your scarf and a chainsword ready to hack your enemies to bits. You're going to feel great. You know what? The next time I drive this across the battlefield, I'll think of you, and hopefully when you step out with that scarf and the chainsword, you'll think of me. We can do this. Actually, I think I'm almost done with the fucking ivory here. It's getting there. It's actually getting there. Cheerful Spider has done a super chat saying, as a fellow beard haver, I was amused in the Fate video to see the telltale signs of mask indent. My beard has semi-permanent wings these days. Yeah, it's really annoying. You can see it right now, actually. Just there. It's where the mask goes in. It's fucking irritating. Because I keep forgetting about it. I take my mask off and I'm like, forget to fix my stupid mask indent. But so it goes. But yeah, I'm glad it raised a smile either way. Sarah Burke says the scarf is grey and red, so it will go well with blood and a chainsword. Good plan. Hurrah! I mean, I'll show you some of the Repentia I've painted. They are wearing grey and red. All right, I'm going to go quiet for a minute, probably, because I'm doing this line and I don't want to have to do it again, so I'm going to try and be very neat. Come on, you fuck. Ooh, it's not that neat. It's not that neat. But you know what? I'm aiming for tabletop standard. I'm not trying to win a golden demon here. Here's how this sucker's looking. I don't know if you can see much difference on it really, but it does look neater from where I'm sat. AG Peth is on Super Chat saying, at least you don't have to make the nuns from scratch. I hear that's habit forming. Oh, fuck. Oh, ow, come on. Oh, that got me really well. Fuck. Shit. Aranea Push just says, got him. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. God. Fucking damn it. Or not, as I suppose the case may be. Well played. Fuck. Fucking hell. Oh, man. That's really done me in there. Grumble says, absolutely howling. Come on. Back in the saddle. Get over the pun. You'll be alright. Alright. Okay. Oh, yep. Every time I think I'm done with the ivory, I see another line I need to do. Sounds like a rejected line from a Tory version of Trainspotting, doesn't it? The science boy says, why does uncooked spaghetti taste like library? I do not know. Okay. So, I'm going to call it a day on the paneling because it looks okay, and if I keep going, it's going to start. It will just be overkill. Mr. Line, fuck's sake. Okay, now I'm. Fuck. No, I'm done with the ivory now. I'm done with the ivory. Okay. Gonna start working on these red bits now. So I'm gonna change brush size. Go a tiny, tiny bit bigger. CookieCat94 says, question for all the skellies, what is the most cursed thing that could be put into a massive D20? Bees. No, hornets. Okay. Wow. This paint's slowly drying out, isn't it? All right. Jack Stinton says teeth. Yeah, that's pretty full on. Will says anti-personnel mine. Oh, for God's sake, who named the bear? You know the deal, chat, and you hate the bear. There it is. I thought maybe it had escaped. Right. Here we go. Someone mentioned 2020 the bear, so I'm going to show 2020 the bear now. So if you don't like 2020 the bear, please look away. I'm going to show the bear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's 2020 the bear, everybody. Complete with horrible guts on show, flayed skin. It's actually quite a good paint job on this. Vacant expression, clown makeup, and festive garb. There you are. That's it. I'm going to start limiting it now. I think it's one showing of 2020 the bear per stream. Maximum on painting streams is plenty. Doesn't ever have to be shown at all, to be honest. But so, this is a fun little experiment. I'm kind of just building out the red. I don't know how easily you can see. You can see where it's wet. I'm going to try and do it sort of like in a burst pattern from the center of the thing, as if it is glowing. Don't know if it'll actually work, but it's worth a go. This is just the same red that I based with, so what I can do is go back in with a more vibrant red. To really help build it up. Anonymous says, one morning you will wake up and the bear will be standing on your bedside table. Well, that's why I don't have a bedside table. Anonymous. Also, there isn't room on my side of the bed. And anyway, it's just, to be honest, I don't miss not having a bedside table. The cats just love knocking shit off there when they want attention, so. Yeah, I'm going to need to change reds, I think. That looks fun, though. That's how that's looking now. It's a subtle effect, we'll say, at the moment, but I'm going to layer that up with another red. And already, to be honest, it looks a lot cleaner here, so that's good. Is heavy red lighter? Let's see. Mark Cohen says, my bedside table is where my cat goes for a drink of water. Yes, I'm familiar with that problem. It's annoying. Is that any brighter? No. It will be once I put something brighter in there. Like... Oh, Mephiston Red, hello! I forgot about you entirely. Oh, you're just really good though, aren't you? Right, okay. Reach that point in the stream where I start talking to the paints as if they are old acquaintances. So that's nice for me. Benny42 says, my dog has a taste for tea. We can't leave her and a mug of it in the same room. I used to have ferrets that liked tea. Watson's not that bothered about it. But, yeah, the ferrets used to go nuts for a cup of tea. They were the best animals. Davy Jones has done a super chat. The super chat is blank. Thank you, Davy Jones. I very much appreciate the support. I hope you're extremely well and that you had a lovely weekend and that this week is lining up to be a banger. Yeah, this is coming on all right. Oh, Alex Thorold says it could be worse. My dog had a taste for Advocat. The naughty custard. Goodness. Chaos is back from my dog walk. My knee survived the experience. Congratulations. I'm glad to see Will didn't find you after all. Luthien Ithun says, my cat seems to have developed a taste for pumpkin water. He just went for the mug where I'm putting the carved off pumpkin skin. Wow, that's a thing. Yeah, I have a couple of pumpkins to use up. I'm slightly ashamed of it, but I didn't find time to carve a Halloween pumpkin. So now I'm just going to eat the pumpkins. Could still carve them, I suppose, but I'd rather eat them now. Again, it's quite hard to see what I'm doing with this, but it's going all right. It's going to be very lazy and dump some ivory in this red. Trying to lighten it up a little more. There we go, that's pretty good. Did the phone go off? Yes. That's fine. Rob Lambert says, my cat used to go absolutely bananas over asparagus and broccoli. She would literally be sat on the kitchen side waiting to see if you'd any left on your plate and would swipe furiously at it. Huh. My one of the cats, Luna, who featured on stream the other day, bloody loves seaweed. goes absolutely wild for it. The smoothest blend, that ain't. But it's the blend we're going with. I'm actually starting to think I'm going to get this done well before the end of the stream. At which point I'll move on to something else. Probably the cursed ship. Massive hunk of plastic that it is. But it's about persevering. That's what these streams are about. Again, not super obvious what I've done there, but I quite like it. So that's good. For me! Now to repeat the trick. But very sloppily, apparently. Oh, window slightly open, didn't realise. Sorry if you can hear a child making strange and unearthly noises. Pleased to say it's not mine. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, fuck you, apology bus. How's everyone else getting on? Are we still keeping our heads above water? Stubborn project people? I hope you're doing alright. Will says, I've finished the painting and now it's time to base some bikes. Very nice. Keza T says, slow and steady progress here. On track to finish the Mad Hatter during the stream. Delightful. Expressive Depressive. Excuse me, says my room is a lot tidier. Loads more to go, but I have a path to the bed now. Yes, please. Doom Biscuit says I only made one horrible hole in my wall when hanging stuff up. I'm so proud. That's good. Laura B says attempts are being made is all I can say. Grumble says Scarf is coming along now. Red Stripe a success. Rotten Luck says I've moved to the last highlight on my Spirit host. This is joyous. Kira Cox has applied to a couple of jobs. Paul Harris is done with one curtain, on to the second. Jess D says my university is happening at a pace. Ryan Hardman says I need to get back to stubborn projects later on as now there is a leak in the ceiling. Shit. Jack Wood's Gobbo sculpt looks somewhat like a Gobbo. Yes, please. Davy Jones's TTRPG character has his first two skills. Seems like everyone is smashing it. I am proud of you all. Right. What do we need to do now? The lettering inside these red bits. Not sure what to do with it. It looks alright. It looks alright, this guy. It's not my tidiest work, but also it's more work than I've done on this thing in the last 2 years or so. So I'll take that. Vroom, vroom, etc. So these letters, I do them in metal. I think I will. Fuck it. Why not? CookieCat94 says, wheels done. Final count for stuff in them is 2 cat toys, 3 needles, a shit ton of yarn. Oh, shit ton. A shit ton of yarn. Something that could be hair, fabric, but surprisingly not a partridge in a pear tree. Well. Too early for that, isn't it? Mabel Teaches says, I'm going to work on a shawl I'm making and try and clean my fridge out. Not at the same time, though. Fair. All right. Corey O'Malayan says, I like shitten. It's like one time I sent a housemate of mine a message describing something as a ball ache. He misread it and thought I was describing it as something called a balash, which was very funny. I was not. A shitten is what you get when you cross a cat and a sheep, says Cheerful Spider. Very good. Get down there, you little lamp. Tired of my mouth being in shot in the close-up cam. But I'm also trying not to lean too close to the mic. Oh, fuck! Wow! Hey, microphone arm. You just gonna come off wholesale? Sure you are, you piece of shit. Sorry about this. JT says, well, you're no longer too close to the mic. Never a truer word spoken. And Felix Aurora says, well, that was terrifying. Sorry. Okay. Grumble says, ripperoni. I've never heard that before. Okay. All right. So, yeah, anyway, I was about to say, because I've got music on in my headphones, I don't want the mic to pick it up. That was disarming. AG Peth, you've already got me once. Don't do it again. Titan Uranus has done a super chat saying, mic drop! Cheerful Spider has done a super chat of our friend the pear, who may or may not be enormous, pulling out a microphone. It looks like a full-size microphone, so I think we can assume now that the pear is the size of a person. But the pear basically holds up a finger as if to say, wait, reaches behind it, pulls out from where I know not, a microphone, and then drops it on the floor. It goes bonk and bounces out of shot. So there you go. The pear hath done a mic drop, and in so doing has given us an important clue as to its size. Human-sized. Or, as Corio Malayam says, maybe it's just a tiny microphone. It's a good point. Okay. All right. It's 5:45. Time is going fast this evening. At 6, we'll have ourselves a little break, so I can get another beer and go to the toilet and make sure the dog's all right, because she's not come in, which she often does when it's just us in the house, and I'm at my desk. I'm sure she's fine. I gave her a big walk earlier. She's probably just having a nap. In any case, I'm going to check on the dog, and then we'll crack on. And I reckon I can be done with this stubborn model before the stream is even out. Which would be great. I'd be very happy. Very happy about that. Okay, we're getting there. No one can tell us we aren't. What are we doing? We're getting there. Meow, meow. Here comes the apology bus. Meow. Ah, the dog's fine. I just heard her go like, boof. It just means she's chilling out. Good to know, in case anyone was worried. Doom Biscuit says, surely after being such an arse of a project, it should be called the Struggle Bus. But then it might demoralise the Repentia. You know, they might lose track of their holy purpose, which is to say, hacking up people with swords. I want them to stay focused. Yeah, I'm just not cut out to paint rhinos. I find them very irritating. I've seen some people, like Muse Chick, who is a bloody brilliant painter. She has done some fucking outstanding Sororitas tanks. Like really, really beautiful work. And I just don't have the patience, I don't think. It's just not me. Oh, doing that silver rather than the black on these little filigree moments. I much prefer that, actually. Let's do that. Hello. Honk honk. Will says if you wanted them to focus, you should have bought them a Ford instead of a Rhino. You can't fit 10 people in a Ford Focus, Will! With or without swords. Fucking hell. Taking the piss now, aren't you? Okay. I've absolutely lost it, haven't I? I'm just muttering and giggling to myself. It's because I can smell the finish line on this thing. I think once I've actually done the lettering on this bezel, I want to do sort of these front panels, and then I'm probably happy to call the apology bus done. I still don't like it, but as part of an army, it looks alright, I'm sure. Not with that attitude, you can't, says Jones Veerkamp. Oh, Will says, yes, you can, you just have to use a blender. Well, then, I mean, actually, I suppose that would be brilliant for unit coherency, wouldn't it? Fucking hell. Thunder Cookie says, please, if we put 8 in a Fiesta, 10 in a Focus is comfy. Chunky Whippet says, you mean you can't fit 10 people comfortably into a Ford Focus? Sammy Jai says, we once got 7 people in a Micra, surely 10 in a Focus is achievable. Remind me never to accept a lift off any of you lovely people. Because goodness. I like being able to breathe in cars. Call me old-fashioned. I've watered this paint down a bit too much, haven't I? Yes, I have. I never understood why people paint their thumbs while painting. Actually, it's a fucking incredible way of seeing if you've got the right paint consistency, and I need to keep doing it. because it's helped me a lot recently. That's what I love about painting, is it's, you know, there's always shit to learn. Like, you're always practicing, really, and learning as you're doing, and it's just like, it's nice. Every day's a school day. Even if the object of today's lesson is remembering how much I hate painting a rhino. But it's easier than painting a real one, so I guess I should be thankful. Oh, shit. Okay, fine. Yeah. Again, not my... It's really not my best work. It's quite untidy, actually. But it'll do. It's the apology bus. And I'm sorry, but it's just got to get done somehow. Copez says, just finished my bookkeeping and this is the amount I made this month. Just finished my bookkeeping and this is the amount I made this month renting my flat, rounded up and before taxes. Found it too funny not to share. And that's 1,000 huff. What's huff? Huff. 2 GBP. Oh. Hungarian forints. Congratulations on making £2.35 on renting out your flat. There you go. Found it too funny not to share. Well, thank you for giving me the entirety of your profits. That is quite funny. All right. God, I actually might finish this model before the break, which means I have to then... I'll get out the fucking massive Caradron ship. Doom Biscuit says, this rhino has seen use. Yeah, it's meant to look a bit banged up, to be honest with you. That's the plan, anyway. Aiden Folk says, wasn't that the currency in The Princess Bride? I don't know. I thought Inigo Montoya only dealt in karma. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Jack Wood says, the joy of vehicles is weathering them, although taking a perfect vehicle and intentionally messing the paint job up is a weird headspace. Yeah, I've never kind of dared try it. This just looks weathered because of the paint job I've done being a bit scrappy. I've not sort of tried, say, stippling on mud or anything like that. Maybe I should. Not sure. Fuck. That has done fuck all. That highlight. It's done sweet FA. Now going in with ivory over the top of the grey, and actually that's made it stand out so much better. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay, that was the right decision. I was nervous about that, but that's pretty alright actually. And I think once I'm done with these two little windows, that's it for the apology bus. It was less work than I thought it was going to be. Ha ha ha. Why did I put it off for so long? Ha ha ha. But you know what? It doesn't matter if it's done, it's done. What was I thinking? This looks really nice. Suddenly the front of this bus, for the first time ever, I like. Just gonna have a look at this now. Fuck it. Yeah, calling it done. The apology bus is complete. Is there more I could have done on this? Almost certainly. Am I happy with it? More or less. Finally, with those edge highlights on the body, this looks actually like a coherent colour scheme. Fucking hell. Meow. Rob J says Canadian Hummer complete. All right, well, okay, it's 2-6. So, we're going to have a little break momentarily, but first I'm going to show you what I've now cursed to work on for the rest of this stream. Fucking hell. Oh, it's big. Oh, and it looks bad. Oh, shit, don't knock that over. Okay. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Let me just zoom this shit out. Look at the size of this bastard. Look, there's the apology bus. Tiny, tiny. This is a Carriage Overlord's Ironclad. It is big. It is the biggest. It's the biggest fucking ship. Yasmin Worry quite rightly says, holy shit, that's massive. Yeah, it's huge. So that's why I need to crack on with this thing. We have seen this before, Eleanor. Yeah, I painted it this far on a stream before, and then I was immediately like, I hate this. So what I need to do is to paint it more. So we're going to do that. We're going to paint it more. Why did I shade the whole fucking thing? Anyway, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to come back and start painting this bastard, which means I'm going to find the biggest fucking brush I can. Titan Uranus says more like Karak on with it, am I right? Very good. But, yeah, this will be great once it's done. I'm going to be very happy with it, because it matches the colour scheme of the Blood Bowl team I have, which are the Barrack Skylad Corsairs. So, once it's done, I will be ecstatic, but there's a long way to go on this model, and as you can see, I had to zoom out a lot. I normally have the thing zoomed in that much, but look at it. It's a huge... Anyway, right, 5 to 7 minute break now. So, yeah, 5 to 7 minute break. So, do you need the toilet? Are you thirsty? Are you peckish? Do you need to stretch? I'm going to have a stretch. I'm going to pet the dog. I'm going to have a wee. And I'm going to get myself a beer. So, I'll see you in... Oh, goodness. I'll see you in 5 to 7 minutes, everybody. I'll catch you in a little bit. If you're not going anywhere, please enjoy this smooth jazz and a picture of my dog. Bye bye. Was that 5 minutes? I don't know if that was 5 minutes. Maybe it was 5 minutes. I mean, I'm back now. I'll try not to do anything mega exciting for a few minutes. Just so, people get a chance to come back if they want to. Close enough, says Sven Hanneman. Good. Thanks, Sven. Big brush time, says Jack Wood. Hell yes. Well, this is a oops. This is a 6, which will do. Yeah, that'll work. So the plan is big ship, honk, 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 honk. As you can see, it's pretty fucking. It's looking really grimy, which is kind of what I want. But also, look at these brush strokes, like, and the pooling. It's a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do is go in my usual painterly style. And just sort of start neatening it up and make it sort of smooth, but still look a bit messed up. Mabel Teacher says, "Oh yeah, Johnny, if Watson is a dog what gets cold, I cannot stop making dog jumpers." Regrettably, Watson fucking hates wearing clothing. She's got like a jumper, and if we put it on her, she's just pissed off with us. So I fear it would be wasted effort. The rest of the time, we just bundle her up in blankets and stuff if we're ever out somewhere and she's cold. Like, I will wear extra layers so that I can get rid of most of them and put them on the dog if we're going somewhere. So yeah, right, let's do this thing. So we're kind of avoiding all of those recesses where the shader's pulled, like around the rivets and stuff, because we do want it to look grimy. But I'm deliberately not putting too much paint on my brush here. So we want it to look more like that. You see how that looks sort of smooth, but you can still tell it's a bit of a clunky, grimy ship. That is the plan, which is why I painted it all and then shaded it. Because what I could have done is just paint the rivets, which is something we call a pin wash. But I decided to do this the long and bloody hard way by layering it up. This isn't going to be the last layer I do on this anyway. This is sort of a dull orange called Squig Orange, and then I'm going to add some Troll Slayer Orange to it and sort of do this again. Let's try and build it up a bit more, but that's the plan anyway. Haven't quite decided what to do about this massive face on the front of the ship. I think for the time being I'm just going to treat it the same way as I'm treating the rest of the hull, and then we can make a decision further on, because I could do it a different colour, but I'm not really sure I want to actually. Aranea Push says, so what's this ship for? This ship is for Age of Sigmar, the Warhammer Fantasy game that I haven't played in like 3 years, and I don't know if I'll ever play again, really, because there are just other Warhammer games I prefer. But this is for the Kharadron Overlords, who are a particular type of dwarf that lives in the sky. They have sky ports, and they go mining ether gold, which is a precious metal that is so light it exists in vapor and cloud form. So they're not really privateers or anything, but they are skyborn pirates who make their fortune in the sky. They're generally pretty sound, and I'm just very fond of them. I've been painting this lot since sort of... Well, when did they come out? I think they came out either in early 2017 or late 2016, but I've been painting them since 2017 for a bit of fun. Whoa, Thunder Cookie says, I think I would paint that face with some type of corrugated metal or copper with patina. Yes, but... num 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 num. That is fucking delicious. So I'm going to leave most of this face really messy, but I'm gonna just work on doing some chunky, almost cell shady type highlights, and I think that would make me very happy. If it looks shit, I'll change tack and probably go with some sort of metal. But for now, well, speak of the devil, that's something I didn't enjoy. God, painting's fun. It's nice when it goes well. Do I need to zoom out some more? I mean, it's just a massive ship, isn't it? Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Jack Wood says, I'm currently playing an ether chemist in a game of Soulbound, which is the Age of Sigmar RPG. He's also basically just Hank Hill. I fucking love it. Well done, Jack. That's brilliant. Oh, dear. Bunny says, these painting series remind me a little of Bob Ross's Joy of Painting series, with cool models and a friendly attitude. Thank you very much. That's quite a compliment, I think. And we were talking about Bob Ross just the other day, weren't we? Okay. I'm going to come back to the figurehead and just keep working on actually layering up this orange, because I'm quite pleased with how it's going. So how's everyone else doing? How are those stubborn projects coming on? I hope you don't mind that I've finished one and moved on to another. It's solely because I didn't realise how close I was to initially finishing that one. I hope it has been a handy bit of inspiration rather than demoralising for you. RNA Push is nearly finished. Honk, honk, honk. Maybe I should play Age of Sigmar again. The Carriage Overlords are fun to play. It would be good motivation to strip the models I have and repaint them in the colour scheme I actually want, rather than the one I did all those years ago. We'll see, anyway. Funnily enough, this model isn't taking as much work as I thought it was going to either, to make the hull look alright. It's amazing what happens when you just get in your own head about a project, isn't it? And you really convince yourself that it's going to be an insurmountable challenge, when actually it's just sort of okay. Brains are weird. Alex Thorold says, my project is only just beginning. Gotta go down the shop. Alright. I hope you smash it out of the park, whatever it is. I mean, you can already see, right? This top bit, not layered, layered, not layered, layered, smooth. Ish, smoothish. Oh, big brushes are the best. Party all the time. Or does it get high all the time? I forget. I've forgotten the Big Beats Manifesto. Riley Marie says, "Hello, Johnny and chat. Hello." That's it. Big beats are the best. Get high all the time. That's the Big Beats Manifesto. Thanks, Will. Nick Jeffrey says, "I may not be doing a creative project, but I did just complete a Hitman level for the first time. I'd been finding this a tricky one. Very nice." Speaking of someone who is utterly dreadful at Hitman, like unspeakably bad, I think that's something to be proud of. I just lack I mean, anyone who's been keeping up with the Dishonored 2 Let's Play will know that I lack patience when it comes to stealth, and in Hitman it really just does me in. I like a game where you can do stealth enough to set yourself up well, and then you just go loud. I think that's why I liked XCOM Chimera Squad so much, because it's like, all right, I'm going to set up for hopefully the perfect infiltration, and then it's just a fight, you know. Whereas XCOM 2, it's like, gonna try and stealth for as long as possible, and sort of, you know, staying hidden and upgrading soldiers to not break cover when one is discovered, etc., etc. Yeah, I just find you're quiet until you're not, and then you're really not quiet approach to be my favourite. I feel like that comes across, to be honest. Riley Marie has done a super chat. Just says, well, it's entirely blank. But Mancoy says, "I hear Deathloop supports that well." Oh, it does. But Riley Marie, thank you very much for the super chat. If there was meant to be a message attached to that, don't super chat it again. Just type it in chat and I will read it out with the same prominence and gravitas that I would normally give a super chat. There we go. Smoothly does it. I think I can... Oops. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Kazati says, "Going to get a drink and then get started on the fiddly bits because I'm flagging a little." That is fair. just, yeah, you know, little by little. We need a little break, Hazard. Take one. Good, you know, God knows I'll probably need to step away from this for a minute or two at some point. There's just so many bits. It's a lovely model, but it's replete with bits, you know? Oh, including this... oh, shit. Where's his arm gone? There's an Arcanaut on here steering and his arm's missing. Don't know where that went. Okay. Let's get more paint on my palette. He was disarmed. Very well done, Rudy. Did that break off during the previous stream? I can't remember, maybe. I literally haven't worked on this model since then, so almost certainly. Paint, paint, paint. Do. Oh, Rolly Marie says there was meant to be a message. Just want to say thank you for all you do. You've helped me through some dark times that have resulted from CPSTD. Also, NB love. Thank you so much, Rolly. That's a really lovely message. And I'm glad to have been able to help in, whatever way, just by sort of being a weird donkus on the internet. So yeah, thank you so much for the message and the super chat and just generally being around. I love doing this, but without people, it wouldn't really amount to much. So, you lot are the good ones, if you ask me. Smoothing up the orange. AG Path says if they find it again, it could be a little humorous. Very good. My pronouns are they, them. PS, just so you know. Unless you meant the Arcanaut. Oh, it would be a little humorous, but yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, shut up, Johnny. Paint, paint, paint. Do. Haven't even started painting cream yet, and we're already losing it. Oh, you meant he is in the figure, not you. Sorry, my fault. I didn't read that correctly. Sorry, AG. What larks? Come on. Get fucking... There we go. Good. It's, I mean, now that we've done a lot of that orange, you can really see how fucking grim that cream is. But I think it's going to look quite nice once all this is done. It's going to do a little bit more on the underside of this hull. Mm-hmm. Cool. Right, I'm going to hit the engine. This is going really fast. I mean, big brushes are great, it turns out, but this is progressing faster than I thought it was going to. I'm going to start cleaning up the engine here. Then we'll do the cream. Then we'll layer up more orange. Sorry, smashed the mic. Fuck. Neanderthal Rich is in the chat saying, "Hello, all you LSPs. How are we all? Creeping in after work to work on these stubborn gobbos loitering on my desk." Yes, Neanderthal Rich. Get rid of them. Well, don't get rid of them. Get them done. Stubborn little goblins. Reminds me, actually, I keep meaning to go back and finish the Gloomspike Gits Warcry warband that I have been neglecting for about 18 months now, probably. Be very good if I could do that. Because they are probably the most fun Warcry warband. The Gloomspike Gits, for my money anyway. Boing 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 is a hilarious and brutal ability. Okay, this looks like crap now. Bit more orange, please. There we go. That's what we want. Didn't have enough on my brush. Ooh. Lucian Collins says, taking regular stretching breaks now because my shoulders are starting to complain a bit. Good idea. Yeah, that's a real pain. I'm alright this week, but last painting stream my shoulder was really giving me trouble. It was irritating. Hard to believe that was only a week ago. For some reason, the past few months have flown by, but October felt very, very long to me, which actually I didn't hate. It was nice to feel like I was taking my time with the month a bit more. But, yeah, last week's painting stream feels like a million years ago for some reason. Yes. I'm enjoying this. This is nice. So again, not smooth? Smooth there. Focusing would help, wouldn't it? You can see the difference in the hemispheres actually. Bit of fun. Linon says, time flies with spookies. Come on. Maybe thinned this paint a little bit much. No, it's okay. Yeah, we'll need a bit more. Alison Vassabar has done another super chat saying, my fascist neighbour just got in my face about something super trivial, so thank you for being a wonderful human being creating this community to show that not everyone in this world is shit. I'm so sorry to hear that, Alison. That sounds fucking rubbish. Nobody should have their neighbour get in their face. Like, that is an unacceptable way for that person to behave. And I hope you're all right and not too shaken. And I'm glad that this community helps out in however small or bigger way it does. Like, it's a constant source of comfort to me anyway that the people who sort of tune in are routinely nice. We don't really have problems with toxic viewers or anything like that. It's good. So I'm glad it helps. But yeah, again, I'm sorry that happened. Fucking hell. Yeah. As Sven Hanneman says, sometimes antisocial, always anti-fascist. Fuck 'em. Oof, layering up more orange. Kind of regret having glued down the crew members on this ship. But hey ho. There you are, some unpainted orange. Come here and I shall paint you orange again. We are getting there on this. Even though some of these bits, let's face it, I am just wet dry brushing. Nice. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Wet dry brushing. Do 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 do. Rob J says, wet dry brushing, isn't that just brushing? Yes and no. Hey, Benny's finished Spanish homework. Phenomenal! Felicidad. Felicitations. Well, it really has left me. Benny says, now I will take a break. I'll do another homework tomorrow. Get in. You've earned that break. Okay. Paul Hammer says, right, I have to go off and GM some Starfinder. That is my stubborn project. And alas, I cannot listen to your stream as I do, so I listen to my scream. Ah! Thank you for the stream. Laters all. Stay safe. Have fun. Take care, Paul. I hope the session goes brilliantly. Okay. Right. Just doing the little front end drain. Okay. Orange. Orange. I think the reason I'm finding this easier than the last ship I painted is because it's a color scheme I'm well practiced in now, actually, like doing this specific orange cream combo. But also, it's only 2 colors, and I'm deliberately trying to make this look a bit scrappy. Whereas, I'll show you the other one I did. Paul Harris is done. Time for celebratory beer. Yes. Hold on one sec. Anonymous says, "Orange, you happy to be working on this model?" Come on. Give me one sec. Benny42 says, "If I invest in the Patreon, will my access to the server be removed if it runs out?" No. I'm terrible at checking. I've not once have I checked the Discord names to see if anyone's lapsed and therefore, is going to get booted out. So, nah, just all you got to do really is bung me the £3 once. Obviously, I appreciate the people who stay subscribed at that tier because it really does mean a lot and it means I can carry on doing this for a living. But there you go. Right, anyway. So this is the last Carriage ship I did. And wow, it's very dusty. But this came out not very well at all. I worked my arse off on this ship. And then one of the wings snapped off almost immediately. I've definitely progressed in my painting since then, but with 3 colours and trying to get it all looking smooth, you can see the brush strokes, wow. It's not my best work. But this is the last one I did. But some of you seem to like it, so that's nice. Ta-da! Meep, meep. So, but yeah, I'm probably going to strip this and repaint it in the orange and cream. But, yeah. Oh, people like it. Okay, cool. Benny says, "No offense to you, Johnny, but as a GCSE student, it might come as a surprise that I don't have a job." Yeah, do not worry, Benny. It's nice to have you in the community. And, yeah, no, you are more than welcome in the Discord, and you don't have to keep giving me money for it. Worry not. There is no offense taken. But yeah, so I'm finding this ship a lot easier to do. Anyway. Will says, "Top recommendation, get a glass cabinet." I've got it there because I'm probably going to strip it, but I need to, oh no, wait, it's too tall for the plastic tubs I have, that's right. Yeah, I don't want a glass cabinet though. I've got my I've got my magnetized tubs, and there are only two models that don't fit. This once it's done, and the Skaven Screaming Bell. So they sort of just live on my shelves. But yeah. Right, we're nearly at the point where we can do the cream, and then we'll do some more work on the orange. I could keep working on the orange, but I kind of feel like to keep the perspective in my head, I need to work on the cream now to make it sort of look. Cheerful Spice says, just put oil models in poured resin cubes. Extremely sustainable and not impractical at all. There you go. Sven Hanneman says, feel obliged to Patreon after leeching off the entertainment for a while now. You don't have to. Like, if you support me on Patreon, that's wonderful, and I really, really, really appreciate it. But, like these streams, for example, aren't a part of the Patreon offering. They're something I do because it's, a good way to keep the channel active, and I enjoy it, and, I'm just grateful when people watch. So it's not like oh, wait, Sven says too late, it's done. All right, fine. Thank you, I really appreciate it. But, yeah, it's not like I'm not expecting anyone to do it. I'm just grateful to the people who do it. So there you go. Right. Oh, that looks shit. Okay. What's going on with this? Do I need to thin that down more or less? Fewer. There we go. Bang! Look how different that looks. I mean, it also looks like shit, but I'm going to layer it up some more. Wow, watery, 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 watery cream. Chiffle Spider says, raise a question for me. Is Patreon better for you than Super Chats? I skip the Patreon mostly because I have no use for RPG materials. It's entirely up to you. Whatever works best for you. Like, if you join the Patreon at a certain tier, you get episodes of Press Any Chiodini early, so you can be a whole month ahead on the Saturday Let's Plays. But only if you want to, like if you would rather keep doing Super Chats than do Super Chats. And I'm, eternally grateful for those as well. But yeah, it's entirely up to you. I mean, right, that needs a second coat, but because that looks thin. Wow. But yeah, I'm going to pin wash the sides of that again, actually. But it's looking all right, the big ship. Maybe if I get this painted up by the 10th, I'll take it to my next Blood Bowl game. That wouldn't be excessive at all. Shit. Woo. Oh, I didn't show you yet. So I'm through to the semi-finals of my Blood Bowl league. I thought I was knocked out, but it turns out my opponent then had to withdraw, so I'm back in. I'm through to the semis, and I'm pretty sure, with the difference between my team value and my opponent's team value, that I can induce Grombrindal, the White Dwarf, who I have purchased. I think I might have shown you this, I don't know. But because obviously it is they're a Kharadron Overlords team, I have just stuck a massive engine on him, and I've green stuffed the flying stand to look like a jet. Will says through to the semi. That's pretty spooky. Come on, Will. Jack Wood says, right, I have to go. See you all later. Take care, Jack. Lovely seeing you as ever. I hope you're very well. Oh shit! I almost missed a super sticker. Cheerful Spider has done a super sticker of a Shiba Inu with like sparkly, spangly eyes going, oh! And the text says, "My hero." It seems to be like quivering, which is nice. Okay. Shit, sorry. I'm really smacking the shit out of my mic today, aren't I? No wonder it tried to detach itself earlier. Cream, cream, cream. Shit. Cream in the wrong places. Rudy says that button model is busy underneath. It's busy everywhere. It's very busy. So like I'm making good progress with the hull and everything, but it's the details that are really going to slow me down. It's got turrets upon turrets and all sorts. But it's nice to be making progress, like, because every time I looked at this over the last few months, I've been like, because it looks hideous. Now it's starting to look like something I might actually want to paint. I'm feeling a lot better about it. I mean, like, right. One side, the other side. It's not crisp, but it's cleaner. Needs another coat, actually. It's going to need a few. Mankoi says, cream, cream, the magical paint. The more you have, the more you faint. Bracket, seriously, don't have paint, kids. It's fine, this is a non-toxic acrylic. No. Anyway. Lovely non-toxic paints. One day I'm going to mess up. Be painting with like terps thinned oils. I'm going to hospitalise myself by mistake. Johnny, please stop eating the paint. Blah, blah, blah. You're not the boss of me, chat. Except in, like, quite a direct fiscal way, I suppose. It's my pale sand and I'll eat if I want to. Eat if I want to. Eat if I want to. Interesting. It's going to need a few coats, this. Yeah, it's going alright. What did the paint taste like? Not much, Riley Marie, to be honest. Not much. That's partly because I'm drinking quite a strong beer, so. Hermit Prime says, alright, Johnny, eat as much paint as you like. Thank you, Hermit Prime. I will. Finally, someone who gets it. It looks patchy, but that's fine. Simply painting it several more times will fix it. I went properly overboard with the Seraphim Sepia on this model last time, and it really needs to be pulled back quite a bit, but that's fine. It's nice to be making headway on it, actually, and I don't hate it like I do the apology bus. Did the apology bus. Did/do. Alex Thorold says, and now the fruits of my labour, a dinner of bubble and squeak with vegan cheese on top. Hello, that sounds great. Bubble and squeak is nice. Laura B says, technically everything is toxic, it's just about dosage. Fair. Will says bubble and squeak with vegan cheese. Surely that's bubble. No, there's cabbage in bubble and squeak. Squeak isn't from cheese. Right? Cabbage and... yeah, it's cabbage and potato. Doodle-doo. Not my best work, but fine, it'll do. Good to know that I've almost completely lost the power of speech with an hour and 7 minutes to go on this stream. This is going fucking fast, this stream. I don't know if it is for you, but I've been live nearly 3 hours now, and it really doesn't feel like it. Weird. Bearded Dogboy says, how would you write Goodyear in Dwarven runes? So actually, the ship I showed earlier, it says Skylad on it. Because I just started affectionately referring to the Kharadron Overlords as Skylads. And it sort of became a bit of a joke. Which is why my team is the Barrack Skylad Corsairs. For now, anyway, I'm playing Goblins in Season 2. I'm going to lose almost all my games, I'm pretty certain. But it's going to be fun. I just need to come up with a name. We've covered this before, because then you all made some terrible suggestions. No offense. Shit. Oh, this looks so much cleaner. Oh, good. Oh, God, painting this cream is boring, though. Whale Puck says, and that's my curtain done. Now to put it up. Yes, Whale Puck. Defect says, how do you write Goodyear in 2021? Fuck. Truth hurts. Kazati says, what are the plans for Thursday's stream? It's a good question. I don't know yet. I'm not really sure. I'll have a think. It's like sort of, I know I ought to do what other streamers do and be like, here's my schedule for this week. But I just there's something I really like about getting up in the morning on a Thursday and being like, and what'll we do? Like, I wasn't planning to stream Inscription on Thursday until I remembered I bought it shortly before I went live the previous week because it looked really interesting. And then I was like, oh yeah, this'll be good, and it's Halloween adjacent. And then it blew me away. So I cannot stream it again because I think if I did, it would just be such an enormous spoiler from the get go. Like, I don't want to do that. So, Will says Darkest Dungeon 2. That's a good point. Is it in early access? Was it? Well, not. I guess it is early access, isn't it? Even if it's on Epic, is it in early access? One sec. My neighbour is asking if it's all right to pop down and grab the drill. I said I'd. Leave it on my doorstep if that's okay. I'm okay. I'll be right back. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Hold on. Hi, sorry about that. Just gonna let them know. Cool. Aditya Gaitonde, I'm sorry if I didn't say that properly, but hello. They've done a super chat saying, hello, Johnny, just finished the At Dead of Night VOD from Oxtra. My nerves are shredded, so thanks a ton. Just wanted to drop by and say that I absolutely love your work. Been a fan for a while. Also, my 12-year-old Labrador, Bonzo, says hello. Hello, Bonzo. That sounds like a brilliant name for a dog. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the support, and I'm glad you enjoyed At Dead of Night. You know, I mean, you said your nerves are shredded, but yeah, still, you know, hopefully you enjoyed it. Well, Gridiron Gits is quite a good name now, though, Rich. Okay. Yeah, I need to do more work on this cream, but it's getting there. Like, you can see it's pretty patchy along this stripe, so I'll do that now, actually. It's just bothering me. It's a kind of a toss-up between wanting the coverage to be smooth and also not wanting to build up so much paint that it gets a texture. So I worry that a couple of my layers here were a little bit too thick. But I think it's all right. Oh, thanks, Desktop. Holy shit, everyone. Now in Fortnite, November crew pack. Sierra's arrived. Okay. Oh, Aditya says, thank you, you gave me the courage to DM for my friends. I'm glad you stepped up and did it. I hope they really enjoyed it, and I hope you had a good time as well. It can be nerve-wracking, but it's so rewarding at the same time. I really love it. We one of the Oxventures that's going to go up in the next little while. We have our first ever Oxventure guest, which was really fun. It's an actor named Harry McIntyre who joined us because Luke was off sick, and he said that his bucket list stuff for him to play D&D at a con because he loves D&D, which was great. Like, This actor from The Last Kingdom, who people were sort of queuing up to take pictures with and get autographs from, was like super pumped to play Oxventure, well, to play D&D. It was great fun. So I look forward to that. Mr. Tom for the Win says, I'm doing my first D&D game ever on Saturday, and it's on stream. Bricking it. Mate, you're going to be fine. And that's very exciting. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Just, the only advice I'd give you is just like, well, keep your character sheet in front of you so you can look up your skills quickly. That's literally it. That's all you need. Just focus on having fun and doing what you reckon your character would do. And the person running the game will be able to interpret the nonsense things you say and put it into game terms. So just have fun. In fact, Mr. Tom, you are a mod, so if you want to drop a link to your channel, please do. Obviously, if you're not playing on your own channel, then feel free to drop a link to that instead, or indeed as well. But let the people know where it is you can be seen. Oops, sorry. Really smacking the shit out of this microphone, aren't I? Okay. That's much more solid. That cream. Good, good, good. Cool, cool, cool. Excellent. Right, link is in the chat. Not just to the channel on which Mr. Tom for the Win will be playing D&D, but also Mr. Tom for the Win's own channel. So check both out. Twitch is in many ways still a mystery to me. What a bit! What does it mean? But I know there are some absolutely fucking fantastic streamers over there. So support a lovely skeleton pal. Actually known Mr. Tom for the Win for many years now. Because time moves to look at the difference in this. Lol 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 lol. Never say that again, Johnny. What the fuck are you doing? Really hope my neighbour doesn't come to the door while I yell shit like that. They probably will. Bits are basically the equivalent of a super chat. Oh, right. Got it. Okay. Good. Lucian Collins says, right, my brain is turning to mush. Time for me to head out. Take care, Lucian. Thank you very much for joining in. And good job for, smashing it this hard for so long. I feel like everyone should feel proud of themselves. Cheerful Spider says, right, back to work for me. Bye. Take care, Cheerful Spider. I hope you have a lovely rest of the working day. And indeed, rest of the day. It should all be nice by rights. Ooh, okay. I'm going to take a 2-minute break from that ship because there's just so much of it. It just keeps coming. This is going to be more cream. More cream. Do the rest of the whole cream. I mean, look at the difference. That pops. That pukes. Poops. Fucking hell. Oh, Aditya says, loads of love from India. I have a fever and need rest. Rest up. I'm sorry to hear about your fever. I hope it passes soon. And you feel good. Bin Wizard says, work done, bath had, time to paint meat church. You never disappoint, Bin Wizard. Absolutely outstanding stuff. After this, I'm going to click around on the internet with a friend. I'm probably going to play some Back for Blood, but I would like to find some time to do some writing if I could. Riley Marie says, meat church. Meanwhile, Will just starts chanting, meat church, meat church. Which is entirely what I'd do if I were chatting rather than just talking. Bin Wizard says, going to try and finish it tonight and get some pictures in the Discord. When you do, tag me, because I might not have my eye on Discord, but I want to see this meat church. Watson, you okay? Come here. Watson. Watson. Nope. Mr. Tom for the win. Says, Meat Church, new detective drama coming soon to BBC Two. Which, to be honest with you, I heard in Sean Bean's voice. Meat Church, new detective drama coming soon to BBC Two. Meat Church, it'll take your breath away. Not my best. Thin coats of cream. Oh, goodness. It is really good to be getting this worked on. I'm trying to get control of my paint pile a little bit before Dungeon Bowl and Red Harvest come out, because wow, Games Workshop revealed some new stuff over the last few days, and they really said, give me your wallet, Johnny Chiodini, and I said, okay. I mean, Dungeon Bowl won't be terrible. It'll be something like, it's 14 new models, sure, but it's Warcry that's going to be the real bastard, because that's going to be sort of like 20 models and a whole bunch of terrain. But still, Red Harvest is out next week. Shit, I didn't realize it was out next week. I looked for it to try and pre-order it today, but shit, is it really? Benny says, at the Meat Church we do fryer ups every Saturday. Yes, Benny. Fryer-ups. Pre-ordered this Saturday. I will. Kelly Lutz says, fuck, just type Meat Church in my writing and it made me snort laugh painfully. Whereas Revolver Rock just says, bastard. Good old Sean Bean. Bastard. Oof. She's not smooth, that coat, is she? We'll get there. We'll get there. Nathan Wilkinson says, really want the Spiders versus Himbos box, but I still have most of the Kill Team box to paint. That's the problem, isn't it? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get my pretty sure I can get my paint pile largely under control. I've made good progress on the Nurgle team that I'm working on in Blood Bowl, and I can just keep ticking away at that. I haven't finished gluing together the Tomb King, so technically they don't count for now. I've got an airbrush, so the terrain should be easier for Red Harvest. Just really want to get it done. It's really reignited my desire to play Warcry, actually. I'm just sort of shopping it round to my friends from the Blood Bowl League, being like, who wants a demo game? Ooh. My paint pile has gotten out of control again, says Will, thanks to the Big Angry Catholics box and then El Grande Legge Lad. I saw you'd ordered a big leg lad. Crystal Dragon says, what type of meat makes the best church red... Wait, what type of meat makes the best church? Red meat, white meat, poultry or bovine? Well, it depends. Obviously, you know, if this is a Catholic meat church, then it would have to be poultry or even fish, because, you know, no meat on Fridays. So that's a whole day they can't go in the church. At least Catholics used to be able to eat goose on Fridays, isn't it? If that's still true. Mince, says Will. AG Peth says fish, they save your souls. Very good. Meat church. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, meat church. I'm still stuck on Friar Ups. It's very good. You should listen to the hymns. They're bangers, etc., etc. Doom Biscuit says, somebody please clip Johnny singing that. I forgot you can clip things on YouTube now. I am aware that Scandinavian has been clipped, so that's good for everyone, isn't it? Especially me. Fuck it, Red Harvest is out next week, is it? Shit. Well, I guess I know what I'm painting in 2 weeks' time. Next week. It's a lot of terrain. It really covers that board. Okay. Oh, wait. Music stopped. Let's have some of that. Mancoy says, I've clipped many interesting moments from the Dishonored 2 Presney Chiodini as well for my own personal reference. Uh-oh. See, it doesn't tell me when someone clips my stuff. At least if it does, I haven't seen where. So, that's more coats, that's fewer coats, and wow, you can tell the difference, huh? Let's keep going. Grumble says, so many coats, it's a clothes horse. I enjoyed that. That was good. Habit forming. God. JT says, floor plan dimensioned. Collapses. One more step complete. Well done, mate. Good job. Keep Calm Reload says, my favourite is still the giraffe cosplaying as the Enterprise. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, that was a time. soon be time to open up the suggestions and voting for what to do for Presney Chiodini season 4. Shit. Because there's one episode of Dishonored 2 left. And then I'm actually going to take a week off because I'm planning to take an entire week off from like streaming and producing stuff. At least I'm hopefully anyway. See how it works out. Because I had not next week but the week after in mind, and then I realised I'm actually just doing quite a lot of stuff that week anyway, like getting my whole back tattooed and doing a live Oxventure. So it won't be the most restful week off, so maybe I won't, and I'll take a different week off. But anyway, doesn't really matter. Soon there will be a new season of Press Any Chiodini. So yeah, we need to work out what it is, because Revolver Rock says still holding out for Luigi's Mansion. Riley Marie, I'm getting a massive wolf tattooed on my back. One of my favourite tattoo artists, the guy who did my hand and a bunch of my other ones, just posted on Instagram, was like, this is available, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, can we do this huge? Can we just go for it? So that'll be fun. Just going to do my entire back. But I'll show pictures when it's done. Blah, blah, blah. Nathan Wilkinson says, I'm taking a week off to do a lot of work is not a break, Johnny. Yeah, fair. Revolver Rock says, I'm still holding out for Luigi's Mansion. I do still want to play it. But yeah, we'll see what people fancy, because I've got a PS5 now, so Demon Souls is a possibility, but also it doesn't have to be that. It could well be Luigi's Mansion 3. We'll get people to suggest things and then vote on them as we normally do, and then we'll sort of see what comes out on top. The only suggestions I don't take are Ubisoft games and Activision Blizzard games, because until I am convinced that they've sorted out their business practices vis-a-vis office culture, I'm not giving them any coverage. So there. Ooh, Spider-Man Miles Morales, says Kira Cox. That might well... I think that's been suggested and fairly soundly voted for before, so we'll see. Tony Rona says, so no more Blizzard or Ubisoft forever then, yeah. Oh, great. Ubisoft has changed. They're now doing NFT shit too. Okay, great. Ugh. Oh yeah, Spider-Man was a worry because of motion sickness. That's right. Maybe I'll do a 50-part series on Elite Dangerous where it's just me and my little explorer ship going across the galaxy. I'm sure, or the solar system rather. No, it is a galaxy. I'm sure everyone will fucking love that. Me and my friendship drive. Elite Dangerous does make some incredible noises, in fairness. The scanner. Bernie says No Man's Sky. I'm kind of done with No Man's Sky, unfortunately. I know it's changed loads since I last played it, but I burned out on it sort of first time round. And I don't think I'd enjoy it anymore. It's also quite open-ended for a Let's Play series. Whereas Elite Dangerous? I mean, if we made it like a journey to this ship. Newspaper Zombie says, I didn't know you play Elite. I love that game. Maybe a one-off episode. I actually haven't played it in forever. But I have got a HOTAS, so I'd stream it. I mean, it would be a very chill stream, but just 4 hours of space trucking. Because I started out sort of like doing little bits of trade, and then I went like bounty hunter, and then I discovered just exploring. So I've got my name on a few solar objects in Elite Dangerous as like the first person to scan them. And I've got quite a lot of chunky weapons, so like I still did a bit of bounty hunting, but mostly it was just so I could defend myself. So I've got quite a hench little explorer ship. That'd be kind of fun. Why not? Kingdoms of Amalur. A lot of people have suggested it. But I think that's just people wanting to manifest Ellen on the channel. Sven Hanneman says, I bought a HOTAS for Elite and I never got beyond the docking procedure at the first space station. Oh god, no, I loved docking with a HOTAS. I can already hear Will typing, because I just said I loved docking with a HOTAS. Oh, B. Reynolds says, I've noticed so many people scan planets but not map them, so I've got a ton of first mappings. Oh, I don't know, actually, I have. Will says, how dare you? I'd say what I haven't tried is Star Wars Squadrons with a HOTAS, because I was playing that with a controller, and I love that game. It's great. To be so base, I would never make a comment about that. Will, I am sorry. I misrepresented you. It was crass and unfair of me. Lucanthia says, hi all, only here to catch the last hour, but time for lovely, calm Johnny voice. Hello. Lots of people talking about Squadrons in VR. I'm sure that's a fucking blast. I've tried Elite in VR once, and it was pretty great, even though the headset was not focused at all. Will says, I mean, I was typing a comment about that when you said it, but that's beside the point. Yep. Yep. You get to know your audience after a while, it has to be said. Fuck. That was a bit untidy. Alright, that's a lot of cream. Fucking hell, there's still more. We'll get there. Almost looks too pristine now, but I'll pin wash the edges. Davy Jones has done a super chat saying a tip for introducing me to Dead Cells. Oh, you are more than welcome, Davy Jones. Isn't it bloody brilliant? I haven't played in a while, but I still absolutely fucking love it. I'll go back to it soon, I'm sure. Feels like I've not played much recently. It feels like I've not had the time. Like I've even for a little while dropped my daily Returnal runs, which is very unlike me. But still. Ooh. So much cream. Too much cream. Sven Hanneman says, also, just to confirm, watching you paint counts against my paint time, right? Because I just checked what the last thing I painted was for the Discord, and that was 5 months ago? It wasn't 45 months ago. Was it 4.5 months ago? Either way, you can count it if you want. But, depends how much you've got done, really, doesn't it? Isam Hussein says, hey Johnny, have you heard of Honkai Impact 3rd? It's a gacha game that has a good story, so I'd recommend it. If you play, I'd stick till chapter 9. Never played a gacha game, actually. Thank you for the heads up. Ugh, this looks bad. But you know what? No, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Stay on target. Because I'm going to pin wash this. So don't worry. Let's get that layered up. There we go. Oofed. Barrack Sky lads. Oh, there's a game for pressing Chiodini Season 4. Candy Crush as well. You know what? The other day I was so fucking exhausted. I booted up the PS5 and all I could do was install and play Peggle 2. I just sat there just like hitting pegs and being like, ugh. And it was great. I regret nothing. Whitney Whitford has done a super chat saying, need to do some work now, but we'll catch us on VOD while working on my Korowai cloak. I probably said that wrong, but that sounds very cool. I hope the work goes well, Whitney, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And to you when you come back in the future and catch us on VOD, hello again. I hope the world is still turning. I mean, if it isn't, I'd be surprised if you're watching this, but you know what I mean. Hello. Fuck. Will says my flight had Bejeweled. Pure Match 3, no bollocks, so good. Oh god, I haven't thought about Bejeweled in years. Alex Thorold says, recently I got back into Burrito Bison for some reason. By far my favourite are masochistic launcher flash games. Do I remember Burrito Bison? I feel like it rings a bell, but maybe that's just because I've heard of a burrito and I know what a bison is. I mean, I've eaten a burrito, they're great. Bunburius, this is not a stubborn project, but I just made some cookies. Sounds delicious. Doesn't have to be a stubborn project. I have to do a project at all, but you just made cookies, so that is pretty fucking decent. Princess Whoosh is here and says, hey all. Hello, Princess Whoosh. Let's see. I'm going to Google Burrito Bison. Do I remember this? No. I do not remember Burrito Bison at all. Well, that looks like a thing, doesn't it? I thought for a second you were saying you had eaten a bison, says Lucy. Well, I mean, have I eaten bison? Probably not. I don't know. Aren't those the ones that, you know, all the Manifest Destiny lot killed to deprive the Native Americans of a food source? Yeti Sports Stream. Actually, that'd be a pretty great shout, Will. Or am I thinking of buffalo? No, bison are things. As you can see, my my natural history is really strong. Yes, those are bison. Okay, right. Wow. My neighbour is already done with the drill and has returned it to my front door. It's quite impressive. Fast work. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Andrea says, sorry, have to go. My D&D session is about to start. Have a brilliant rest of the stream. Thanks for the good company, everyone. Take care, Andrea. I hope the D&D session goes swimmingly. I hope you have a lovely, lovely time. I am back in the GMing seat, or the Marshal seat, I should say, for a Deadlands campaign I'm running, and we haven't been able to play in months. So I'm quite excited about that. Sort of one I'm running for some friends. It will be session 3 of like their second season. They're off to investigate a spooky bayou near New Orleans because there's rumoured to be witches there, and they want to speak to them. So that'll be nice. Bit more cream. It's just so bloody much of it. Overall pleased with this though. So far, there's a hell of a long way to go. Should probably have gone down a brush size. That's going okay. Ooh-wee. Ooh. Maybe we'll stream Elite Dangerous on Thursday then, if we're thinking about that. I wouldn't mind that. Nice chill one. Because I mentioned I'm going to take a week off soon and properly put tools down, and I think that would be nice, because turns out I'm very tired at the moment. It's easy to forget. As I was talking the other day, I was like, oh, I'm tired. And then I realised this year I've moved house, quit my job, started a company, launched a Patreon, written more RPG words in 6 months than I think I have in my life. And done a lot of fun streaming with lovely Skelly pals. So yeah, sleepy. We could get a LSP wing together potentially. I don't think I ever got a wing together. My friends had kind of stopped playing by the time those came out. When was the last time I played? I was playing when the faction game was relatively new. Trying to do jobs to keep one particular faction in control. But that will have been years ago. Probably need to reacquaint myself and learn how to fly my ship again. Mancoy says, and had to put up with a slot on a regular basis were exhausting. You're all lovely, really. Oh, but Johnny, aren't these bits meant to be windows? Yes. Are you going to paint them as windows? No. Take that. Phew. Oi. Work on that bit later. Okay, well this is going well. I think the next Stubborn Project stream I will probably be painting this again. But so far, it looks miles better than it did at the start. Oi, 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 oi. I'm flagging ever so slightly though, so I might just give it another 10 minutes and then call it so I can nip to the shop round the corner to pick up 1 or 2 things for dinner and then do some clicking, do some eating, generally have a good time. Oopsie, that was clumsy. But yeah, HOTAS Elite Dangerous sounds like fun. Might even stick on a trucker cap. Do some space trucking. Oi, oi, oi. JT Geddes says, FYI, the new Auto Duck Auto launches as well. I don't have space for that shit. I don't have any cargo space or anything. I've got weapons, and I got big discovery scanners, and that's it. I deal in data and manually putting my ship in dock. You practically heard me wrench the wheel to avoid saying docking again, didn't you? That was, Nathan Wilkinson says, Johnny, you'll get banned if you show your HOTAS on stream. Titan Uranus says, cargo space? No, cargo, can't no do that. Cargo road. Very good. Benny says, I tried Elite, but not for me when I tried it on Xbox. Yeah. It's like, I remember when I was first playing it, I was just like, I love having to control the ship like this, and I love the sense of, grandeur, and it promised so much. And I found a niche, but actually, like, the first video I made when I joined Eurogamer was about how Elite Dangerous doesn't make you the hero. Elite Dangerous doesn't care about you, and that's why I love it, because it makes you roleplay, and it makes you find your corner of the galaxy that you want to do. But yeah. Real says, do you really need a weapon? Yeah. Grumble says, pilot. Docking! From the cargo hold. Phrasing! Mr. Tom for the Win says, I'm going to have to reinstall Elite, aren't I? I mean, I'm going to have to. Oh, fucking hell. I'm pleased with how this is going now. As far as Stubborn Project streams go, this is pretty great. I have... Oh, look at it! Hey! Oh, shit! I haven't looked at this in a couple of hours, and I really like it. Oh, that was a really nice moment for me. I've finished a rhino, and I never want to paint another one. So if anyone takes commissions, if I ever get another rhino, I'll be knocking on your fucking door. But this doesn't look like shit. I've finished the rhino. It's been a good time. I'm going to do the cream up here, and then that'll probably take me to signing off time. Oh my god. Wee. Ba 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 ba. Little pig. Watson's curled up next to me now in her bed. Bob. You're a sweet dog. Okay. Fuck. I'll just paint the whole thing, Johnny. Stop being fancy. You can pin wash it later. Add a person. Yep. Laura B says, is Elite Dangerous the game where it's really difficult to drive the ship? Yeah, the one in space. Sea of Thieves is the one where it's difficult to drive the other ship. But yeah, Elite is like... it doesn't fuck about when it's like, now fly the ship, now dock the ship. But with a HOTAS stands for hands-on thruster and stick, I think. With a HOTAS, it really made life easier, and it was a delight actually to kind of be able to control the ship so easily, and like, it just made me feel very cool. I really liked it, so it'd be nice to get back in. Yeah, throttle and stick. Thanks, everyone. Don't know if you're saying throttle and stick just because I said throttle. But, ooh, Issam Hussein has asked a very good question. What kind of spaceships do you prefer? Sleeker designs or more utilitarian ones? I would have to say more utilitarian. Like stuff like the Nostromo, I really love. Although a lot of the ships from Dune were very cool. B. Reynolds says, yeah, I have a horrible time playing it on keyboard and mouse. With a HOTAS, it's great. Christ, I never tried keyboard and mouse with Elite. It was 360 controller all the way until I bought a HOTAS. As Will puts it, flying bricks, please. Yeah, like, fancy spaceships are cool and fancy, but flying bricks, mate. Nathan Wilkinson says, big fucking space cathedrals for the win. Jack Wood says, I paint Tau. That should tell you everything about my taste in ship design. Well, Tau are cool, though. Last time I went out for drinks with people from my building, I kind of tipsily tried to talk one of my neighbours into splitting the latest Kill Team box with me. I was like, I want the nuns. I don't even care about the game. I want the nuns. You paint Tau, right? And he was like, no, Dark Eldar. I was like, fuck. That's not what I sounded like. But for the purposes of this anecdote, sure, why not? Yeah, it was quite funny. Anyway. Ooh, okie dokie. I think I'm going to tap out there because I didn't expect to put any paint on this model at all. But already it's looking a lot smoother. So I'm going to go back on this orange and do more of this same orange, but with a slight bit more vibrant orange in there to kind of start really building that colour up, which should make this less of a weird contrast. But generally speaking, I am absolutely chuffed with that. Grumble says, back to the nuns, is it? Oh, yes. But yeah, right, that's me tapped out. But thank you, everyone, for sticking around and joining in on another Nathan Wilkinson, the Centrinians versus Anime box. Thank you for sticking around for this Stubborn Project stream. I hope you found it useful. And I hope you got some good work done on any stubborn projects you might have been attempting. Or if you were just hanging out, I hope you found it restful and enjoyable. So this frankly enormous ship and I are going to pootle off now. But I just want to say thank you very, very much. AG Path says, well, it's not the stubborn project I'd planned, but telling a pun so bad it breaks my hero and temporarily derails their stream can be checked off as a life goal. It properly blindsided me. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed this. Loads of stuff on the channel for you to watch already, including past streams, Let's Play series, all that good stuff. I'm going to be back on Thursday for some honest-to-goodness space trucking. That's what we're going to be doing, it seems. Yeah, I hope you have a bloody lovely few days until I'm back. Yeah, you're all great. I really love this job. So yeah, I'm gonna piss off now. So here comes the thank you, and I don't even know if I changed the image out. I think I did. Yeah, I did. It's fine. So here comes the thanks for watching screen. I'll catch you very soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.